Check, check. It should be live on my channel. Well, YouTube says it's online now, and then Twitch. I'm live on Twitch. Hello, check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Hello, check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Yep. That should be good. And I want to move this. Before I move that, let me go to my YouTube channel. Why does it keep doing this? Edit. It's not letting me adjust it the proper way. And it doesn't let me change the game either. Save. So if I go back to this now. This is so weird. There's like no way that I can change this. Game, there we go. Title, Final Fantasy X IV online. Save. So now if I go back to my YouTube channel. Cool. Now it just appears as normal, which is a good thing. So we're gonna have that in default view. Cool. It says I'm live on Twitch, which is good. Which is a good thing. So we're gonna have that in default view. It says I'm live on Twitch, which is good. All right. Then I have to check to see if Discord actually posted it. All right. Then I have to check. Yep, it did. Unknown live playing some Final Fantasy 14. Yep, it did. Unknown live. My girlfriend just saw the message I sent her. So I have I'm my girlfriend just saw the streaming. So I have let me close this. Thankfully I have a new what's his face now? Close this. Thankfully I have new cool. Okay, I can see chat right here. Let me move this over here. Oh, can I not make this smaller? I was about to say, what? I can't make chat any bigger. I can make this. No, I can't. This is as best as I can do. Alright. Can I shrink this? I can. I kind of want like a pop-out chat or something. Because I don't like what I got right now. This should be good. Alright. I'll switch it over to the gamer cam. It's weird because like it doesn't always show it's weird because like what's his face? Wait, what in the world? Let me close these two out for now. Bro, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I was just gonna say, it doesn't always let me keep everything open at once, which is really weird. But I was just gonna say, it doesn't always let me. Oh wait, the audio's still on. On YouTube. All right, we're good now, or that at least we should be good. Somebody's literally spamming in the zone chat. Okay, you're. Wait, I have to go on Twitch to do this. Gosh darn it. I need a pop-out chat. Banned. These messages are so random to me, man. Hey, want to become famous? No, I just want to stream and chill. There goes another one. Get out of here. But I'm just trying to find a way where I can, might have one taking up one side and one taking up the other. Cancel all that. This is so weird, trying to maneuver all of this. Hey, Alexandra. Long time no see. How you been? I'm just trying to get my life situated right now with setting this all up. I haven't streamed in forever. I'm trying to more often, but yeah, I just have like no desire to anymore too much. Pop-out chat. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. I've missed you. Yeah, I've missed you too. I do go in Pastor Susie's streams every so often. I usually just lurk there in his streams, just so I can see how he's doing or whatever. But yeah, I hope everything's been going well with you. And I know that like everybody's going crazy with WoW right now. He said, I think I've seen you a couple times. Yeah, I usually like post a message or two and kind of just like peace out. Or like I'll just keep his stream open while I'm doing something else. But please tell me about all the things in life that I missed out on. Yeah, I try to give him a nice little lurk or a host or something. Just to support him, because I love what he stands for with his content. Says, Duper, how have you been? Come here, let me have a look at you. Hey, Sleepy Cream Puff's here. Alexandra, I don't know if you've met my girlfriend virtually before, but Sleepy Cream Puff's my girlfriend. Sleepy Cream Puff, Alexandra, she is my Twitch mom. That's what I call her. She's one of the people who's involved with God Squad Church, and she's usually always in Susie's stream hanging out. So I'm going to lurk because I'm still reading. Girl, you better do that devotional and kill it. Hey there, Sleepy Cream Puff. So lovely to meet you. Yep. Awesome people. I got nothing but awesome people in my chat, and I'm super grateful for that. So think the 12. One hears the strangest tales in the foreign lands. I'll worry about you all every day. Would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do. All we could do was escape. I don't know if you can hear any audio right now, by the way, from the game itself. Because I do have the audio to the game super low right now. Tara found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hanish vessel. No audio at all. Okay, let me turn it up. Because I have the audio turned down in-game, just naturally right now, so I'll adjust it after this cutscene. Thank you, Alexandra. So I like the little leaves in your title. I think I hear some sort of music. It's like ambient violin playing in the background or something like that. Alright, I said, it pained us not to be there when you needed us most, but we made the most of it, didn't we? Colonette. Studied and trained from dusk till dawn. We did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. Yeah, I'll adjust the volume after this cutscene's over. I usually have the volume so low. Like, I don't really have it on at all, because I'm like either talking to Sleepy Cream Puff on Discord or I'm watching like another stream or something like that. So I just have it turned super low. But yeah, I've been doing pretty good lately, just hanging out. I'm taking classes online for web development. Aside from that, I've just been trying to continue to serve at my church and enjoy my life. There's not really too much else aside from that. Like, I just did my first week for worship, and that was really fun. I haven't played for a church ever. Like, I've played shows, but I never played for a church, and that's so much fun. So, life is good. I can't complain, and I'm supposed to be heading to Pittsburgh to visit my girlfriend. We're long distance in about, like, a week or two, I want to say, and I'm really excited for that. He says, what do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? Oh, she's just finding out. This is, like, Minfilia, one of the main characters. This is, like, her stepmom, I think. Forgive me, I am sure you are doing everything in your power to find her, as Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. He said all good things to do. Very, very true. Yeah, and I'm just trying to keep myself occupied. It's easy to just do nothing and fall into a bit of a rut, but keep myself occupied with things definitely helps a lot. So this Thancred must be okay. I said that already. I shall pray for her safe return and busy myself in the meantime. For certainty, there is much and more to be done. The braves may have bloody dust, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. We shall not be swayed. Aye, that is the spirit. To the Scions and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah, or huzzah. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones. So basically, there was some double crossing that happened. All the people in my squad, we had to disperse and hide our tracks, so we have no idea if anybody else is even alive, and we're just finding out that there's people hiding in different areas, and we're finding them now. And while this is going on, there's another conflict going on in this town with a lot of people at war within themselves because of the stuff going on with dragons. And this guy right here is actually one of my peoples, and he's in disguise as like a military guy.
I believe we are ready to proceed.
And let me know how the volume is, by the way. I want you guys to be immersed in these cutscenes. That's Thancred right there.
Let us be about our business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
I usually stream and I don't put my headphones in just because it makes my ears really sweaty.
Disappointingly brusque. You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a
volume is good. I'm just lurking since I'm working. Do what you gotta do, Alexandra. I really appreciate you stopping by and even just saying hi. It means a lot to me. Especially because I don't really stream that often. My last stream was like 2 weeks ago.
Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you?
I hope you enjoy your work.
Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
I'll try to make this as mellow as possible for you. Set a very serene, healthy work environment. While screaming at Final Fantasy in the meantime.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
That's a good intention to have right there.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think.
Okay.
15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A gugu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed.
Wow. So he was literally there when her father died from a monster that was in Ul'dah.
I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path.
That's awesome. That's what you need in a leader right there.
She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every science. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light. Our hope for a brighter future.
Our hope for a brighter future.
She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
So I wonder if he feels indebted to her, as compared to him just wanting to do this because he wants to.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
It's nice to be aware, though, of people's motivations and their intentionality.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
An old friend.
You don't know. Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope.
Wow.
And neither will I.
It's cool. She has like a lot of good people on her circle.
Let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Bro, if we can get Minfilia back, whole squad's gonna be lit. And we know that, I can't pronounce their names. Ida and Papalamo, I think their names are. We know that they're like hiding somewhere in some weird place working. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but we saw both of them. And it was so weird because in the cutscene, they didn't show, what's his face? They didn't show the girl's face because she didn't have her mask on. And I don't know if they're supposed to be concealing that or something like that, but yeah, today's an interesting day. Literally, I just got on Final Fantasy. And like, as you can see, I have a girl character. Like, I made a girl character because you can't get dreadlocks on any of the guys in the game, and I have dreads IRL, or locks IRL. So I made a girl character, and I made the character's name Dude Bro Johnson. And this was my way of trying to communicate, I am a guy with a girl character. Like, there are some guys out there. There's some guys out there who are like, I'm going to get a kawaii name, I'm going to dress super cute. I'm like, I feel like I look like a girl, but because of my name, I mean, ignore my clan tag, but because of my name, it's like, come on, I'm a guy. Like, my name is Dude Bro Johnson, for crying out loud. Well, it didn't stop somebody from DMing me in the game earlier, like calling my character cute and just being straight up weird, man. And I didn't respond to it, obviously, but yeah, it was pretty interesting, to say the least. He said, that's just rude. You can't get dreads on a guy. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know why you can't. There's a lot of weird things about this game. Like, you said, okay, that's awkward. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. I have 400 hours in this game. It's the first time. The one thing I don't like about this game is, like, for you to talk to an NPC, you have to get off of your mount. And that's just really annoying to me personally. I wish I can stay on. And I wonder why they decided to make that change. And then the thing with, like, you can't get locks on a guy, like, I have no idea why they made that decision. They haven't changed it yet. But maybe there's just not enough of, like, a big demand for it or anything. People don't really care that much because it's, like, a fantasy sort of land. So, I don't know. But I just thought it was pretty interesting. So it feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we have shared so much. God's help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. That is so funny, though. Like, there's like this joke that people say, like, make a girl character and then a bunch of guys will give you free stuff. And, like, I don't want to test the waters on that. I don't want to be attracting weird DMs or anything. Like, I honestly just want to have locks on my character, and that's it. That's all I ask for. Wait, this person out here I'm supposed to talk to? No, they're in here. But I'm actually excited to keep getting through this game because there's so many good quests, like side quests that I can play. Like, I did the Crystal Towers, and that was super fun in the Realm Reborn. I just heard of the Hildebrand quest, and I thought those were pretty good too. You said, I've always played girl tunes in WoW and never had a guy give me free stuff. Okay, so it's a myth. It's definitely a myth then. Someone told me that. They're like, if you're a girl, you might get free stuff from a guy because they're trying to, like, hit on you. And I'm like, I mean, free stuff's pretty nice. So I got a female character. I mean, if I would have responded to that DM, it was just really weird. But if I would have responded and said hi, maybe it could have resulted in free stuff. But that's just terrible. That's like manipulation right there. It's so funny, man. She is well, though, abroad on a mission at present. It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. Yeah, Flahammond's back. Igurmis, can't pronounce it, is back as well. A lot of the squad came back. So this is good. They said, I have heard of that happening when they get on voice chat and find out they're playing with a girl. Yeah, it's like, I need proof first, and then I will give you free things. Which is, like, so funny. I usually keep my chat covered when I'm streaming. Like, I don't show it just because sometimes people put some weird stuff in it. But, yeah, I literally just messaged my girlfriend. I was like, yo, I got my first creepy DM today. And, like, I mean, maybe it wasn't that creepy. Maybe the person was just trying to be nice and compliment my character. But the way that they said it was just a little uncomfortable for me personally. So, it's just really funny to me, man. It's so interesting. Like, this is what girls have to deal with. Like, you're in the middle of playing a game and some random person just, like, messages you out of nowhere and throws everything off. But, I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting. He said, we could do more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions. Bring a belch. brings a bloody tear to my eye. Or to the eye. Yeah, the whole gang's back together. To secret oneself in a ship's hold to secure a safe passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we all know too well. He said, just put my pink wig on. Oh my gosh. Yo, I might make that like a sub goal when I go to your house. I'm like, yo, if I get like this many subs this stream, I'm going to wear a pink wig for the rest of the stream. Was it definitely a guy person character? Yeah, it was like a guy's character. He like walked up to me and whispered me and just being weird. Even though my name is Dude Bro Johnson. Pray grant me a moment longer at least, or I'm happy to oblige you. My legs are rather than accommodating. It was a Dude Bro Johnson saying what's up to a Dude Bro Johnson. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who have yet to return. Once we have settled in, I would join the search. Oucher, when the 7 hex drove my little brother to come to Mordana. Why, you brother? You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You trained with the hashish, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves and drunk deep of the souls of mine enemies. Homie probably did nothing, was just vibing the whole time. Tataru is a vibe, bro. Come on. Also, Final Fantasy is having like a huge campaign right now. I'm not one of the eligible streamers, so obviously I'm not talking for me. I'm talking for other people. If you donate or if you gift 4 subs to the streamer, you get like a limited amount in the game. And a lot of people are saying it's a lot of controversy about it. Wait, let me read this, Alexandra. Back in the days of bulletin boards, I had a guy whisper me and ask me for my phone number, so I replied, 867-5309, ask for Jenny. You may not be old enough to get that reference. He whispered back, what's the area code? As in, like, what's, like, the first 3 numbers of, like, the digit or whatever. And who's Jenny? I would love to know this. I feel like it's, like, a really good inside joke. It's like the rejection hotline or something like that. There was a girl that did that to me in middle school. I didn't even ask for her number. She gave her number to me. And my friends were hyping me up and stuff. And, like, I didn't want to call it, but my friends like, do it, do it, do it. And then when I called it, it was like, oh, this is the rejection hotline. They're like, you got rejected. I'm like, I never asked for her number. And I wasn't going to call her, but you guys made me do it. Oh, it's an old song by Tommy Two-Tone. That's amazing. 867-5309, ask for Jenny. That's funny. Dang. I can't imagine being a girl. Like, it's difficult enough being a guy. Imagine just living life on hard mode and being a girl. God bless the woman in this society. You guys are helping us all out a ton. Emotional stability, nurturing, great helper. You complete men. Men and women combined make something beautiful, and we all appreciate that. You said I was married at the time. Sheesh. Yeah, people don't care, man. Like, they'll see the ring and still just like, hey, can I have your number? And I'm like, are you serious, man? And even if someone does say yes to that, that's building such an unhealthy foundation for a relationship. Like, I'm married and you hit on me and I gave you my number. Do you really think that this is going to last? Like, that just sounds terrible. It says, 'twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake, which is Ida and Papalamo, I think. We'll find them all for now. I know we will. Menphilia, Ida, and Papalamo, every last one of them. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. Tataru is such a vibe, bro. Oh, I can choose what food I want. I want critical hit more than I want spell. I can't do anything with spell speed anyway. I have to start, like, I am just going through the story and not really thinking about much at all, but I do want to find out if there's some things that I should be, like, doing now. Like, for example, like the challenge log. I literally just unlocked this not too long ago, and like, this gives a lot of extra experience. Like, for example, 3 dungeons and a duty roulette, complete 5 dungeons, and then there's a reset time to it, and you keep doing it to get like extra experience on like other characters that you're leveling. But there's a lot of things I haven't really touched at all yet. Often I was eager to return to the search for Minfilia. I hope we find her soon, because the story's like picking up a ton right now. Thancred and Kral contacted us a short while ago. It seemed that their foray in Castrum Meridium bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them in Y'shtola and Ildeshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter. Very true. Yo, man. Alphanal is so cool. Like, I think in Stormblood, that's when you start, like, doing missions, like, and you get to know his sister a little bit better. But she's a red mage, which is one of the classes I was thinking about. I was thinking about picking up that class. I already have the crystal or whatever for it. Soul of the Red Mage. But I just never really did the quest or leveled up the character or any of that other stuff. I kind of just kept it with this. I was so interested in playing a machinist, like the person who uses the guns and stuff. So I just leveled them up, and I have them to like level 63 or 64 right now. So I'm excited to play with them. So my apologies. I see I am the last to arrive. So what news do you have for us? Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima Weapon's destruction. A ripple at odds with the preceding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Owl of Val, when I believe Hydaelyn shielded me with the Blessing of Light. To confirm our findings, we paid the visit to the Silda Aqueducts. There's a lot of interesting names in this game. There were detected the same waveforms, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance. Hydaelyn, there is no other explanation. But there is more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used flow, it appeared that not 2 but 3 blessings had been affected. Yet, unlike Y'shtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there and then not there. And that must have been Minfilia. Now, recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in a sea of ether. Though this is too but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that when communing with Hydaelyn, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Hydaelyn interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Hydaelyn may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side, which is pretty interesting. You are implying, I take it, that Hydaelyn guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her body and soul unto the ethereal sea? In which case, we must needs continue our search there. For a blessing, the means to do so already exists. So, we potentially have a lead to finding Minfilia. I speak of the Anti-Tower, a Charlene construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only to ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who for another blessing refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the Anti-Tower? I had no idea. Then then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. I am terrible at reading. What is wrong with me? I keep tripping over my words. I was just reading my devotional this morning and I was like messing up the words like crazy too. It just comes like with practice. When I'm reading out loud consistently, it gets so much easier to do. But when I'm just struggling my way through, man, it's rough. I don't think I can fly here, can I? Nope. And I'm gonna go this way. I did get all of the ether currents for like one area in this game. I don't know if it's this area. Nope, it's not. So I have to go on foot all the way over here. That's one thing that I kind of dislike about areas, but I can understand why they do it. Like, I'm not a huge fan of ether currents just because I feel like it's a bit out of the way just to do it so you can fly in an area. I think they should gift you the ability to fly in an area once you finish a certain mission in the area. It should just be like, okay, awesome, you finished it. Like, for example, like the ending to 3.0 for Heaven's Ward. I don't want to spoil anything, but leading up to the mission where we had to fly, they gave me all the ether currents as mission rewards. So as I was playing throughout the area, once I got to a point of the story where I had to fly, I was able to. And I can just freely roam in the area. And I just felt like it was very convenient that they had it that way. But I don't know, when it's kind of just like this, where it's like I just forced to run everywhere until I intentionally detour my running and say, you know what, I want to get all the ether currents for the Dravanian hinterlands or whatever. And let's see, I have to do 4 side quests, and I have to discover 5 more of them in the wild. And it's like, yeah, I can just look up a YouTube video on how to do it. That's like the easy thing to do. But it's still just like a little inconvenient, I guess, that they just have it that way. But that's just my personal opinion. Like, I know playing through this, people are more concerned about a million other things other than like ether currents. Ether currents are very worth it, and they don't take that long. Yeah, I mean, that's true that they don't take long, because when I got them all yesterday, it literally only took like a bit. Just use the compass. Actually, I've never used the compass, which is really funny. And also, Ellie say, welcome. I do recall you commenting on one of the YouTube videos, so it's awesome to see that you made it by one of the live streams. Hope that your day is going well, and it's awesome that you can interact with me in real time. As compared to like just looking at a YouTube video and that's it. This is the one cool thing. Like, this is why I like the whole idea of trying to do YouTube videos, because it's like, it's fun to get that live interaction with people. Like, just to kind of talk about things. Like, I can't put everything in a YouTube video, you know? Would be here sooner, but work. It's okay. Work is very important. And I do want to stream, like, every so often. Maybe, like, once a week or, like, every other week or so. Just so I can say hi to people. See how people are doing in real time instead of, hey, leave a comment on this YouTube video. But instead, it's like, I can say hi, ask how you're doing, see what's going on in life. We can talk about Final Fantasy and stuff like that. So again, I am glad that you made it here, you know, and obviously work comes first. Okay, it says, oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time that you know something about the anti-tower, woman? Though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the anti-tower, that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the ethereal sea. Yeah, absolutely, and I hope you're doing well too. I am. Life is great. I got me my water right here. The air is on in my house. I think it's like 90 degrees where I live right now, so it's insane. I was going to go outside just to get some, like, just try to walk a little bit earlier, but I changed my mind. I'm like, it's too hot, man. I'd rather just stream today. And I am in the process of trying to make a new YouTube video for Final Fantasy because I'm trying to finish Heaven's Ward so I can do my Stormblood reaction. So life's gone pretty good. I can't complain. It says, we humbly ask that you grant us entry to the anti-tower that we might use it. Okay, I read that already. And who told you I could do such a thing? I wonder. She's like, boy, I don't know what you're talking about. We just took a shot in the dark. The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. 15 years ago. They have run the tower of the place now. Run the tower. Wait, they have the run of the place now. Okay. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Is it role? Hardly. The forum foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the anti-tower was sealed, save one. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the forum's final order to me. Glad to hear it. Heaven's Ward is a treat, and anti-tower is love, despite the last boss being creepy. Well, I'm excited now, you know? I'm super pumped to see what the anti-tower is all about. I know the Crystal Tower was really fun. Like, that was really fun. Somebody told me, which is like, by the way, you should check out this, like, quest chain. And it was, like, an alliance raid with, like, 24 people. I'm like, what? It was so cool. He said, Stormblood, first half is a bit tedious, but the second half, you'll probably love it. I mean, if I love The Realm Reborn, I might like Stormblood a ton, too. Like, because I know a lot of people were just saying, like, oh, Realm Reborn's a slog to get through. And then when I played it, I'm like, this is amazing. Like, I know, call me crazy, but I love the Realm Reborn, like all the small nuances of it. So I'm hoping that I like Stormblood. I'm really hoping that I do, because I just feel like Stormblood is something I don't really hear people talk about much. I hear a lot about Heaven's Ward. I don't really hear much about Stormblood. Then obviously Shadowbringers people talk about a lot, just because that's the most recent expansion that's currently out. But yeah, I am really excited to make it over to Stormblood and see what that's all about. He said, well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? Dang. This lady, she said, I mean time, man. I don't got much time left. I'm already old. Let's just get this over with. We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. We'll see about that. You said, that's awesome. After Praetorium storyline and Ultimate Weapon, it felt never ending. So glad you enjoyed that. That is true. From, like, leading up to 2.55, which is the final quest right before Heaven's Ward officially, it was a bit of a drag, but I kind of like the whole conflict in Uda with, like, all of the refugees rising up and then, like, political powers, people caring about money, and then them going to war over it and enticing things, and to leggy add a leggy, blah, blah, blah. And, like, it was pretty good. I'm not going to lie, but, like, it did take a long time, I will admit. He said, Dubro can go. Take the Magicless or Rogue, too, if you like. He's no use to me. She's just so blunt. The rest of you will stay and work, and I hear no argument. Those are my terms. Oh, and I should be delighted to accompany you. Lead the way, dude, bro. Thancred, no. Your etheric flow has been compromised. Do not deny it. To venture into an environment so thick with ether, so close to the ethereal sea would be to risk further impairment or worse. So, Y'shtola mentioned this before. She was like, hey, there's something up with Thancred, but I don't want anybody to talk about it per se, so I'm going to keep it on the DL. And she finally confronts him about her identifying what's going on in his etheric flow. So this is good. But Minfilia could be in there waiting for us. And you could die, and for what? If she is waiting beyond, Dubro will find her. Trust in her. Have faith. Darn it all. Bring her back to us. So no Thancred, unfortunately. But, I mean, it's good. Poor Thancred. Yeah, I feel bad for him a little bit. That he can't be there and he cares about her so much. And then even learning the backstory that he literally seen, like, her father, like, get killed. Or Minfilia's father get killed. I have to be average item level 180 to do this. I am not even close unless I wear a bunch of different stuff. So let's just throw on any ring. This is offending. Wait a minute. I think I have an entire chest of aiming accessories that I didn't even equip yet. Okay. What do you know? Item level 195 now. That's good. Okay, so let me reassign the gear for this. Hey, 195. Because we got some new accessories. So this is... Oh, this is just a regular dungeon right here. And it should take me 5 minutes to get in. He said that chest was a blessing. Yeah, I was scared. I'm like, please don't make me have to do some running around and buying gear and stuff like that. But I remember I got it, but I never opened it. I was like, wait, I just got one of aiming not too long ago. But I think my character looks pretty cool. I didn't really do too much with glamour. I know I have the Final Fantasy VII attire that Cloud wears. Like, where's his robe? Okay, here it goes right here. I think that's it. The Strife vest, yeah. But I don't really use the glamour prisms and stuff just yet. Just because I keep getting so much new gear. So I'm just like, I'm just going to wait. He said that was a blessing. That's funny. In case of emergency, just use Tomestones of Poetics to increase eye level. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. There's so much about this game that I still don't know, which is, like, insane. And I've been playing for so long, but, like, I've just kind of been getting through the MSQ. Like, the only time I took a detour from the MSQ was to do the Crystal Tower, like, raid series. And I had so much fun doing it. It was like a nice breath of fresh air instead of just slogging through the MSQ nonstop. But, yeah. I definitely do need to take more detours, because I think the Hildebrand quest, somebody mentioned that I was watching a streamer play, and they're like, you should do the Hildebrand quest. Because I know they have, like, that really funny dance. That little dance where they're, like... It just looks so funny, man. But, like... Yeah, I just was watching someone play, like, the first mission of that quest. And I was like, wait, I should probably do this. Like, this looks awesome. Like, it just looks, like, really funny to do. All right, let me move this. Wait, I cannot move this. He said, Tomestones of Poetics can be traded in Ildishire for gear. Oh, wow, I didn't even know that. Huh. Interesting to know. Wait, I'm trying to figure out why I can't move this window. Oh, there we go. I can move it now. So I'm going to move this over here. So also, glamour prisms are dirt cheap, so don't worry about glamoring up at any time. Oh! Well, with that being said, I actually forget. Okay, glamour. Unable to apply glamour plates here. Really? Do I have to, like, go somewhere just to do this? I thought I would be able to, I don't even remember how to do it. Because I don't like wearing a hat. I can cast glamour on this. No, wait. What's the vest that I'm wearing right now? You need to be in a room in an apartment to use glamour plates. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember I did this before, but I don't even remember what I did. So these are the base things, and then these are what you can use to glamour to something else. He said, but regular glamour, you can do it anywhere. So what's the difference between, like, a glamour plate and just regular glamour? I'm, like, new to a lot of the stuff when it comes to all the fashion in this game, to tell you the truth. Oh, wow, the average queue, or the queue time went up to, like, 8 minutes instead. Which is fine. I'll get in there eventually. But in the time being, maybe I can just try to look at my glamour and try to change stuff. So I think I have to go to this. Cast glamour on... I think it should be called the... Oh, wait, do they not give you a belt with the clouds thing? I guess not. Oh, wow, that was quick. I got in. I kind of hate any sort of raids with only like 4, or not raids, whatever they're called. I kind of hate them when it's only with 4 people now. Like, I like it when it's like 8 people or like a huge group of people. When it's only 4, I feel like it's like so little. It's super fun when you just got a bunch of people on the screen just going crazy and just casting stuff all over the place. Somebody said hi. I shall say greetings. Alright, I'm not the only first timer. Well, who's Maxine? Oh, our healer is here for the first time as well. But our DPS and tank aren't. By the way, I have like the most random rotation ever. As long as you're pressing buttons. Mini heart attack right off the bat. That's how you do it. Gotta always keep the pressure up. Love Gunbreaker. I literally just spam spread shot when there's like more than 2 people. He said that one's aesthetic is really awesome in my opinion. Now, this one does look pretty cool. I like how they have like the huge thing right there. Oh, I forgot. There's an ability with the Gunbreaker that brings your health to like 1, I think, or something like that. Hey! What's up, Lungless? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope all is well, sir. I'm out here big chilling right now. I'm just gonna keep spamming spread shot. I was in Zeppela's stream yesterday. He said you redeemed hats off to me. I'm not wearing a hat. I'm wearing a hoodie. Unless you want me to take my hood off, bro. Don't do that to me, man. I just want to be comfy. I'm just trying to live my best life out here. Super Bowl, you said, is the name of the ability. Super Bowly or Super Bowl? Because I just think of like the actual Super Bowl, like the event, which is funny. Oh wow. I actually do like the aesthetic of this a lot. It looks really cool. Can I get both of them with this? Yeah, I can. I can't wait until I get the flamethrower ability. It looks super cool. I didn't mean to press that. Super Bowl Tide. That's how you pronounce it? Interesting. But Lungless, how you doing, man? How's life treating you? Random frog just vibing. Who dares approach the tower? Well, clearly we do. Hopefully it's not too difficult to take down. I'm not gonna lie. I expected myself to like playing Black Mage way more than what's his face, the Machinist. But I have so much more fun playing this class. Like, it's just satisfying to me. Like, I don't know. And I know people are just like, just find what you like and play it, and you'll enjoy it. And like, honestly, I know people are like, oh, Black Mage is like really good for end-game stuff. Like, if you want to min-max and play the most efficiently, Black Mage and like Samurai are the two things that you would want to play. And I'm like, but what if I want to, you know, just have fun? And that's the thing I like about this game, is like, there's not too big of a difference between like DPS and different classes, to the point where you can essentially do everything. Like one class, instead of saying like, yeah, I gotta min-max, so I gotta pick the best class in the game, and like that just makes the game like not fun. It feels like a chore when you just have to do what other people are telling you to do. Like, I used to play Elder Scrolls Online, like a lot of PvP, and when the Necromancers released, oh my goodness, they were so strong. Like, and I'm pretty sure they're still strong to this day, to tell you the truth. But like, I was like, I love the Necromancer just because I love scythes. It's always been one of my favorite things. And like, one of their abilities like uses a scythe and all that other stuff. But in this game, it's like, when people are saying just play what you feel like, I'm like, is there no catch to that? Like, is there something I don't know? They're like, no, literally just play what you feel like. You said Black Mage and Samurai are highest DPS, but the difference is so minimal that it doesn't matter. You said, I tried many times to go Black Mage, but no thanks, Dancer for life. Honestly, I think Dancer is in Stormblood. So I might actually try out a Dancer, because I know it's like a supportive DPS class, and I hear a lot of people say a lot of good things about the Dancer. Of like, Dancers are really good because like you're buffing the party, and it just overall is like really good. Oof, SO is complicated with meta builds, especially since they just won't release new weapons, so the game is stale for a long time with the builds. Oh my gosh, I literally just ran a stam, like, I ran a stam Sork for a bit, but I didn't like it. I'd rather just run a Magicka Sork. And then I switched over to playing a Stam Necro, or a Stam Crow, and I just abused the crap out of that. Like, I would just destroy people because it was just so OP. Like, just run a two-hand and like a bow on the back bar or something like that, just so you can get the dots up and just destroy people for the whole time. Like, I might honestly play some SO one of these days. I'm not too sure. Just because like I enjoyed it. That would, like, I have like, I think over 1,000 hours in SO, which is nothing. now that I realize it, like MMOs, like you can put so much more time in than just 1,000 hours if you're really enjoying it. But yeah, it was crazy, like how much people min-maxed in Elder Scrolls Online, and there were just always new builds coming out every 2 seconds. Oh, this one's obsolete now. You need to run this gear set. You need to run 2-piece this monster set, 5-piece this. You have to get this jewelry. You have to do this, and I'm just like, bro, just let me have fun with the game. How about that, man? Like, and it was just too overwhelming for me. Like, I couldn't do it. Oh, I looked at Twitch chat for a second and I almost like got hit in the dot. Oh wait, the person died that I was targeting. He said, oh gods, no. Match Sorg forever. I know Stam Sorg parse is higher, but the feeling is just not there. Yeah, what is it? You run that one storm ability, or is it? I think it's called like Hurricane. The ability turns to Hurricane when you do like the stamina morph for the ability. You just throw that around you. You just like rush to people with your 2-hand and you just like beat them up for the whole time. But it just got really stale. Like, although the game was really fun, I love the PvP. Like, it was great. Like, just having a ton of people. I think my sister's calling me and I'm literally in the middle of a raid. Oh gosh. I might have to take a second after this. 1 sec. Oh. Yeah. LOL. My nephew couldn't open the bathroom door. So I had to help him. But the thing I like about this game is, like, if I would have did that in any other game, I would have probably got flamed. Like, how do you actually have a life? How is it that you can do things outside of the game? And I'm like, I don't know. I just do. Like, I don't really want to stream for too long today just because I know my nephew's over. I want to play some Super Smash Bros. With him and just kind of have some fun. Oh, wait. These get bigger. I didn't even know that. Okay. So can I run around here? I heard this really profound proverb from someone. I was like, how can you optimize your DPS? And they said the most you can optimize your DPS is by doing any DPS at all. So just stay alive. I just started cracking up. You should stream you and the little guy playing Super Smash Bros. I would need a capture card. I don't have one yet. Oh, they said behind the rock. Wait. I don't know if that saved me at all, to tell you the truth. Okay, so we're doing this again. The tether target. I should have been clear, sorry. Freaking chickens. I got other stuff to shoot. Okay, wait. Yeah, I'm barely doing any DPS. Like, if there was a DPS meter, like, for this mission, people would be like, you suck so bad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, bruh, I'm doing my best. Okay, so which one are we hiding behind this time, potentially? Is it this? Because whenever I played SO, people had like third-party applications, and it's like that in WoW too. I only play WoW for a little bit, and Alexandra, you can probably attest to this, but just like people will flame you if you're not really doing a great job with what you're supposed to be doing. So let me catch up on messages. Yeah, I really do want to get a capture card, but I don't really make much money at all off of streaming, so it's kind of hard for me to justify making the purchase. What I am trying to get right now is an ultra-wide monitor. I've been wanting one for a super long time. I ordered one, and then it came with a cracked screen. I tried to get a replacement. They would only give me a refund, and I got it on sale, so it's just terrible. Oh, you only play with guildies, so you stat toxic stuff. Smart move right there. You said, I find it so alien that people don't stress over little things. And while you would have been kicked out of the party or insulted in some way. Yeah, I did. I only played for like maybe like 2 months. I played the ton. And it was a while ago. It was like literally right when I met my girlfriend. I started, I was playing that game and I was streaming it a ton. But yeah, like I just hear a lot about it. I haven't experienced like how bad the toxicity can really get, but people have said some pretty hurtful things to me. And in this game, everyone's just so patient. Like, it's awesome. He says, that's actually sound advice. As long as you're alive, you're contributing to the party. That's why many make fun of Dragoon floor tanking. He said, oh, only the person with the link is supposed to hide. Okay, I didn't even know that. I'm glad I read that. Because I was wondering, I'm like, am I supposed to do something right here? Or like, what? I didn't have to. And we're just making it through. Yeah, that's one thing I do love about this game, the way that they balanced it. It's just like there's such thing as min-maxing when you get to like super duper endgame stuff. Like, yeah, you can have an optimized rotation. Yes, one of our saying in my raid team is dead DPS does 0 DPS. I love that. Yeah, like I play DPS always. Like I tried playing healer and ESO when I ran dungeons, but I just like DPS so much more. And then when I played World of Warcraft, I played the a Warlock, I think. And people would always tell me like, oh yeah, DPS, blah, blah, blah. You should do this. This is the optimal rotation. Your pet does this much damage, blah, blah, blah. Because I think I played Classic with my friends over last summer, I want to say. It was pretty fun playing with them because we all played together. One of them was a tank. We had like a priest, I think, and I was the Warlock. And I just did really good damage, like, progressively because of all the dots that I had. I need to adjust the way that I hold my, or I press the keys on my keyboard because sometimes my fingers be hurting. I press buttons, like I'll mash them instead of just waiting for the button to go off. It's 2.5 second cooldown. So like sometimes I just mash the button and I just won't even be paying attention until like my fingers start to get tired and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I'm like, oh, it's because I'm literally mashing the button like crazy right now. You can play TBC with Susie in the gang. Yeah, they'll honestly be super sweet to play with on it. Like, I know that they'll be really nice. And just patient, too, of just like, oh, hey, like, it's okay if you don't know the perfect rotation and, you know, like, you're not micro-stepping in between casts and all that other stuff. They'll just be like, ah, dude, it's fun. This looks creepy. Calcabrina. Adorable dolls, terrible dolls. Yip ho ho. I'm thinking about switching back to Streamlabs OBS, honestly. Like, regular OBS is just like, I feel like it's just so weird and clunky, considering I don't... Oh, okay, it says this boss has one mechanic to be worried about. It picks one player and puts an eye over their head. Okay. There's like 6 of them. I told you those dolls would be creepy. The player has to look away from the boss, and everyone else has to make sure not to look at the boss from that player's direction. That's it. What? Okay, interesting. Thanks. Very interesting. All right, I'm ready. This stuff is interesting, man. Even the mechanics, like, you have to look away and the other players can't look from the boss's perspective on the way that you look away. Like, what? Oh, I'm standing right in the perfect spot right now. This is an interesting fight, man. Okay, let me put this out. Okay, so there's gonna be an eye. We won, GG, LOL. They're trolling. Somebody in the party is like, we won. What? This reminds me of like Chucky from when I was a kid. That freaked me out when I was younger, man. Oh my goodness. I was not paying attention at all. Did I miss it or something? Wait, why am I shooting him? Okay, cool. I had confusion. Dang, I was really just shooting my own teammate just now. Okay, I'm waiting to see this eye that they're referring to. Come to front and attack. Okay, there goes the eye right there. Okay, now I'm a doll. I don't know what the heck is going on right now. He said that's why you got confused and missed the eye. There's too many things going on. Okay, that's the eye right there. I see it. And I'm looking away from the eye. Okay, okay, cool. We're good. We're good. We're good. I dodged at that time. We're learning. Okay, so we attack from over here so we don't get hurt, right? I'll save you. I love how they got both people but not the DPS for that. So we just like got them out pretty quickly. Yeah, I love the fact that they don't like have all the unnecessary third-party stuff in here. It makes it really fun to just play with like people you don't even know and just not have to be stressed at all about, oh man, my DPS is lacking and all this other stuff. Okay, dolls are creepy. I've always hated dolls. Same. This might sound weird, but have you tried playing with controller? I can't fathom playing Dancer with mouse keyboard despite playing PC. Controller makes your life as DPS much more enjoyable. I actually have my PS5 controller literally right here. I've always thought about playing Final Fantasy on the controller so I can just lean my chair back and just hang out for the whole time. Okay, I want to see the person who told us how to do this. It was Dolly. So player accommodation, Dolly. Okay, boom. I commend a player for them teaching me the mechanics of this fight, even though I messed up with them. Okay, what else? He said, and told you those dolls would be creepy. You missed the eye. That's why you got confused. Yeah, the first time, like, I'll look at my abilities when they're coming off cooldown, and I wasn't even paying attention to the eye that was, like, there, and it just screwed me over. Bro, that's so funny. My nephew was really trying to get in the bathroom, and he couldn't. He's just, like, trying to unhinge the door. But that would be fun. I would love to get, like, a stream with my nephews and all of us playing Super Smash Bros. Together or something like that. That'd be great. How old is he? He is 4. But he's really, really small. He was born, like, so much earlier than he should have been. It was literally just a miracle that he was even able to make it. Like, when I mean to tell you this kid was, like, this big when he was born, I've never seen a baby that tiny in my life. Like, but he was really, really, really premature. So he's still really small still, even for his age, which is pretty crazy. He's at such a cute age. And it says, I do the same. Whoever explains the mechanics gets my commentation. True. And if no one says anything, I always give it to the healer or the tank. Usually healer first, tank next, then DPS last, unless people were like funny or just like it was really easy to like work with them or whatever. Wait, what? So this is Minfilia, the anti-tower, but I guess they're just using like her body.
Passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened.
Since I hearkened to her word, Mother Heidelin guided me.
Heidelin guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow. and delivered under the ethereal sea.
So Mother Hydaelyn saved Minfilia and put her in the same flow that Y'shtola used to save her in Thancred. Interesting.
Adrift and alone. Her voice silent once more. I prayed. For those we had lost. For those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice. One will. One word.
They do talk kind of slow, I'm not gonna lie.
Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel.
You said this is foreshadowing? Won't say any more due to spoilers. I appreciate the spoiler tag. This is interesting, though.
Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his
Zodiac?
resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities.
A rejoining.
For each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final. The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea.
You said this cutscene alone is so important. It's amazing that it was placed so early in Heaven's Ward. Interesting.
Go forth and seek. Seek.
I love the voice acting. It's like so good. Wow. That was really cool.
12. Did you find her? Did you find Minfilia?
I'm like, it's complicated. And my character's gonna explain everything. After Realm Reborn, the voice acting quality went through the roof. He said, I'm glad I stick to English instead of Japanese because I find it 1,000,000 times better and more impactful. Yeah, just being able to just sit back and just enjoy it, like the cutscene.
Nor am I. Cryo?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The words tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia. And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone?
And the thought, or I said the, wow, and the plot thickens.
But that cannot be. Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Wow.
Must you be so ungentle?
Master Matoya, she don't care, bro. She's like, I'm older, man. I'm gonna just let it rip.
Tell me about the scions, boy.
The scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die.
Very
The path
true.
you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
She said, bro, some people are gonna lose some lives, but if that's what you gotta do to get towards your goal, you gotta do it. It sure sounds like it. She does care. The whole part you just went through will play a major part in Shadowbringer, so keep it in the back of your mind when you get there. Awesome. Thank you for that. I know the truth of which you speak and have from the first.
If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Man, Lalafells are just so darn tiny, man.
Thancred, wait!
The potatoes of Eorzea.
No, this is all wrong.
Wow. She's not coming back, is she? I know that, I do. To give all for her beliefs was ever her way. So will we, as we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss? That's crazy. So I don't know if we're ever going to see Minfilia ever again. Alpha now has reached a decision. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Flahammon, which is her mother-in-law, I believe, or stepmom, whatever. But her mom. She's her active mom. I will brief Totaro on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have insight into what the world told us, or the word told us. As for you, Dubro, after all that you have done, I would say that you have earned a rest. I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything. Aye, but speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away. It would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit. Well, on our way to Coerthus, we go. And even the way that they bounce stories around like that, it's like we're balancing two stories at once. We're still trying to find our comrades, but at the same time, like, so much has happened here in Ishgard, and like trying to resolve this stuff, but then bouncing back. Then we found Thancred, then we bounce back to this story again, and it's just like, it's so crazy how much stuff is like just all going on at the same time, and I love it. It just keeps things fresh in a sense, instead of like I'm burnt out from the story, I hear about it all the time. It's like they bounce it back and forth, so it gives it a little bit of time to air out a bit, and I like that. And here we are. Ah, Mistress Johnson, the Lord Commander left instructions that you were to be shown inside. Let's get it. Oh, man. I'm so sore. Oh.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation.
Sir Emmerich is such a cool dude. I love his character.
Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child.
Yeah, that was
Timely,
insane.
I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope.
A dragon saving a human.
Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples.
I don't think this is going to go well, personally, but who knows? I mean, he just got stabbed not too long ago.
More to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend.
I want to be there and make sure
But
people
I
don't go
confess,
crazy.
That is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance.
Basically, security.
Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
Facts. Bruh. He's still probably not feeling well.
Tis nothing. Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
This dude just got stabbed and he's already back. It's my nephew running outside if you heard a scream. Don't worry, my house is okay.
Many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead.
Bouncer is still better than the homeless murderer. True. That was insane when he just stabbed him. I did not expect that at all.
I knew you would understand. The
I knew you'd
conference will take
understand.
place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest.
In Falcon's Nest.
Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations, even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all. Oh, and one more thing. A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Hang out with the homie. You'd expect my character to be happy when he said that. It's probably because Minfilia. Alright, chatted up with the homie Emmerich. Now we're going over the Falcon's Nest. Can my mount fly here? Should be able to, right? Nope. Can't. Hello, Lucia. I actually like her character a lot. I think she's pretty cool. The Lord Commander said you would come, dude, bro. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference, the mansion's Labor Day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Emmerich wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think you would be pleased with the result. So it's not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go rest. I will not keep you. A rest in this game is literally like a cutscene, and then they just expect me to be at full strength. It's pretty funny. I wonder if I'm in like the next part of the story right now, and I think it concluded with the anti-tower thing, and it moved on to a different part just now. So the name of this is called Staunch Conviction. I don't want to spoil anything for myself, so I'm just gonna look up Final Fantasy XIV MSQ. I'm gonna look up Staunch Conviction. Yeah, so this is a part of patch 3.2 that I'm doing right now. And we have until like patch 3.5. So I'm not too far away from finishing Heaven's Ward. Like, it might take a few more sessions, but I'll eventually get there. And I definitely do want to try streaming this game a little bit more, just because like I haven't really been streaming too much at all. But this would be something fun to just kind of walk through and just hang out with you guys as I do it. It says, yeah, Lucia is great, but still suffers from the same syndrome as her sister. Do I know Lucia's sister? I feel like they've mentioned her in the game, maybe. You see, you're around the middle of the chapter. Gotcha. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people, so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend this ceremony, you may meet Lord Artorial and Emanelian, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you now. If you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. My duties? Alright. Now we're heading over here. Just saying what's up to the homies. I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Johnson, and fear not. I have no intention of begging you your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. Hello, Sleepy Cream Puff, my wonderful girlfriend. Hope you're doing well. And if Twitch bugs a bit, feel free to just head over to YouTube instead. Because I think YouTube's just much smoother. But Twitch is Twitch, so like, what can I say? The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. Yeah, I hope nothing bad happens here. I'm on my computer, so it should be fine. Okay, cool. I'm literally in the middle of all of this stuff right now, man. I'm super excited to see how all this stuff pans out. Like, even learning all this stuff about Nidhogg and Estinian, that he used his body as a vessel, what's going to happen with that. You know, we just found out Minfilia might not be showing back up. Sir Emmerich's trying to establish a peace conference to let the people know that we can be better than what we were before, now that a lot's changing. People are still accusing him of, there's a P word that means to, like, kill your father, like parasite or something like that. They're accusing him of murdering his father to take his position as archbishop. And there's just so much going on right now, but it's great. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker. He is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it. By the fury, me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Man, sounds like a politician. It's great, though. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics beside. Patricide, there you go. That's the word I was looking for. Appreciate that. Bloody exciting, isn't it? I said pesticide. That's what I said. Not just peace with the dragons, but with all of them heretics besides. You said did your sub show up? I don't. Oh, there it goes. It just showed up. Hey, and I don't know what the heck is up with my alert. You saw that.
Cream Puff just resubscribed for 14 months.
Let's go. 14 months going strong for your boy. I think. I don't know if you subbed to me when we just met. 14 months is a long time, though. We've known each other for over 2 years now. Wow. He said, don't misunderstand. We've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past. So hearing that we're close to a reconciliation comes to a great relief. I think it was a bit after I was on Twitch for a little. Yeah, that makes sense. Dang. You've been rocking with your homie for a while. Probably when I started working. Oh, true. Yeah, you're working at Whole Foods. I forgot about that. And knew what Twitch was. True. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Hey, Umbra, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream today. Post Maple Story days. Those are the good old days right there. Also, Elise, feel free to stop by the Twitch stream as well. Sometimes you have people on Twitch more than YouTube and vice versa. Whatever you would prefer. But I know there's a few people in chat on Twitch if you'd like to say what's up to them. Because I'm going to be reading messages from both. So like sometimes it can be like, what in the world is he saying? But I'm like reading message from a different chat. Or I'm reading messages from a different chat. It says, yet here we are preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Ha! And here I am laboring to make it so. Lucia, Lord Artorial, if I may. I think that's how you pronounce it. Artorial. Almost like tutorial. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. I don't remember how I did it, but I forgot how to change the color of my Twitch name. Dang. I think if you click on settings, you can go to like your account settings or something like that, and you should be able to change it. You get basic color options. Unless you get Twitch Turbo, then you get the full color spectrum. It says, got back on from camp on Saturday. I'm happy to say that God finally spoke to me during camp. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, dude. I'm telling you, there's something about going to those retreats, man, where like you just like the presence of God is just so strong there. I am so happy to hear that, man. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yay for hearing from God. Amen to that. Yeah, Alexandra's celebrating that too. That's so awesome, Umber. I'm so happy to hear that. Dang. That's awesome. That reminds me when I was at a youth retreat and I just felt the presence of God come into my life. It was amazing. Okay, the majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Something happened and I didn't get a chance to catch it. There's something up with my notifications, man. Oh, what is that? LCTL10 followed. I really appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. And I am banning you. Not the person that just followed, the bot that tried to say something. Oh, Elise. How do you pronounce that? Elise? Is that how you pronounce it? Welcome to Twitch. Welcome to the Twitch chat. Really appreciate you being here. It's almost like Alice from the game. Elise, that's actually really cool. Fury take me. They would defy Sir Emmerich's commands if they dare attack Vidofnir. All the homies in chat. So, Elise found me on YouTube watching one of my videos and decided to stop by the stream, and now we are welcoming them into the Twitch chat. It says, long story short, I felt God telling me to kneel, and when I eventually did, I could feel his presence overwhelming me, and the emotions. It's like, come on, man. I love that. That is awesome. And it's like the most subtle things, and it's just like you obey, and then God just takes it from there, man. That is so good. That gets me pumped, man. Like, that's so awesome right there to just hear stuff like that. I'm so happy for you, man. Amen. It will not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. Hey, those Susie hearts. I don't have a heart emote at all. I still should get new emotes done at some point. They should be far more reluctant to impose us, were a lord of House Fortem's present. Oh, Umbra, did you get a chance to tell Andy about that? Because I know Andy would probably be doing flips all over the place and losing his mind, man. Like, that's such good news, dude. That is so awesome. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. I forgot I put those emotes in from Better Twitch TV. The Kananam. But ere do we, I must ask, would you look after a Manelian while I am away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy, mainly because his dad stepped down from owning the house. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear that he may abandon his post in my absence. Oh no. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Yeah, Manelian, he was really distraught because his father was like the leader of the house, and he stepped down from his position because of a lot of political stuff going on. He just wanted to clear his name, and it affected him a ton. It says, and then of course, as humans, we like to test God. So I was like, God, I'm not 100% sure if everything is back yet or not. So I kept praying during that overwhelming moment that he would continue pouring out to me. And when I felt like I couldn't pray any longer, I started singing in my head Shane and Shane's Psalm 46 song. And funnily enough, literally a minute later, the band on the stage started playing the same song. Are you serious, dude? The theme of the camp had a lot of Psalm 46 involved, so I was waiting on that song all week. But that was amazing. Amen. It's so great because it's just like sometimes we can just be longing to feel something from God for like months. Like, no lie, just waiting to hear that confirmation. And when you finally receive that thing and you know it's God, it's like there's no better feeling than the peace that you have in that moment. Yay, Jesus. Yeah, that's so awesome, man. I'm so happy to hear that, dude. Like, that reminds me of the story of Gideon. I was just talking about it the other day where Gideon was like, God, if you're telling me to do this, make the floor wet, but this mat dry. Then God did it. And then Gideon's like, all right, do the opposite so I can double check to make sure this is what you want me to do. And then God did it, you know, and it's like God does want to give you that affirmation to let you know that, firstly, that he's real. And there are definitely ways where we can just test things. Like you read scripture and you say, well, if God showed up in this, can you do the same thing for my situation? And one good way of doing that is praying. You know, just even inviting God into your heart, inviting him into your situation, and being honest with prayer too. Like, I feel like sometimes we can do these fabricated prayers. At least I used to do it a ton, where I wasn't real with God with how I felt. I was just being very generic with what I was saying. But now I'm just being honest, like, God, I need help. Like, this is what's going on. I need you to just show me that, like, this is the right thing to be doing. And God shows up whenever I ask for that, you know. I just long for it. It's as simple as a childlike faith. But you said, and then we did the whole candle thing, and I couldn't get myself to raise my hand all the way up. So then when the song was over, I apologized to God and asked if I can get another chance to raise my hand with my candle up high. And then after a room-wide prayer, they sang it again, and I was able to. Yes, man. Like, that's so awesome. Also unrelated, but I feel like I'm hearing tidbits of the Final Fantasy prelude theme in this music. This is Final Fantasy 14, so you probably do hear something. I think it's just arpeggios, if I'm not mistaken. That's how they like played the theme. I don't know what key it's in personally, but I told myself I'd learn how to play that on the bass, and that never happened. But speaking of the bass, I want to start trying to play some random video game songs on my bass and try to upload quick YouTube videos of them. Like make a YouTube short or something like that and throw it on TikTok of me just like playing the bass. I think that'd be really cool because I love video games. I love playing my bass. It's super fun to play, and I can just like make quick little tidbits of doing stuff like that as a means to try to propel my platform a little bit more instead of doing reaction videos on YouTube. That'd be really cool. Hey, I'm taking requests, Elise. Let me know. Also, I just told Andy that I heard God's voice, but I haven't told him the full story. He would literally be running around in circles, praise dancing, super hype if you heard that. Like, I can tell you that right now. Whenever Andy and I have any spiritual conversations, we go from like a 1 to a 10. Like, Sleepy Cream Puff can attest to it. Like, we are like nerds when it comes to this stuff. It's so awesome, but like, I know he would be really happy for you just to hear that. Like, it's so funny, man. He says, check Alex Mukala channel. He does a lot of... That's actually where I got the inspiration from this from. Like, I was literally practicing. I'm supposed to be playing something this weekend for my brother's proposal. And I was playing my bass, and I'm like, I might as well just learn a song, like, for a video game and upload it. Like, why not, you know? Like, I just had to find a fun song and just, like, kind of do, like, some slap stuff or... I don't know. Just something that can get people's attention, and like it'll just be really fun to play it. He said he's streaming a lot of Scarlet Nexus recently. Might pop in a stream and tell him what happened. Yo, I know for a fact he would love that. Like, he'd be super happy to hear something like that, dude. I'm so proud of you. Just for like, even you, like it's just so crazy. You learn so much about God's nature in moments like that. Like, just like you being too, like you not wanting to raise your hand all the way up, and then just apologizing and asking God for another chance, and then he presented it to you. Like saying, okay, we're going to do it again, you know? Like, let's do this over again and make sure you raise your hand this time. Like, that's so awesome just to know that, like, God doesn't give up on us. Like, he's always seeking opportunities for us to just be in relation with him. So I'm really happy to hear that, dude. That is awesome. That, like, literally made my day. Like, thank you so much for sharing that. That's so cool. And I'm proud of you, man. Hey, Sleepy Cream Puff is pink now, dude. That's what I'm talking about. You're like, check. That is so awesome, dude. I'm really happy to hear that. Like, that's so awesome. He says, thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Also, I'm going to be streaming for, like, maybe 20 more minutes. Just putting that out there now. I usually keep my streams to, like, 2 hours. Like, mainly because I'm hungry as heck right now and it's lunchtime. And secondly, because I kind of wanted to do a quick stream today to say hi to you guys. Check on you. See how you're doing. See how life is going. Play some Final Fantasy. But... I definitely want to try to stream more often if I have like the energy to do it, because I am taking web development classes right now, and I usually take them in the morning, so they take up a lot of time and energy. But I didn't do it this morning. I didn't have any class today, so I decided to stream and just say what's up. But I want to try to start doing it more often. But we'll see what's up. Yeah. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl, guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. Artorial thought I might be a derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. Oh my goodness, did you hear that? Did my mic pick that up? That was so loud. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves. Oh, no. Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not call the roaming packs. I think you're encouraging me to stream Stardew today. Hey, it's your day off, girl. Live it up. Boys. Oh, man. That perp was so loud. No cam. Yeah, honestly, no cam streams are so comfortable. Like, you just are relaxing. Like, you can literally just be, like, laying back with your feet up, just chilling, like, and not even have to care. Like, I feel like when I'm on camera, I'm, like, presenting or something to someone. Or maybe I won't. Who knows? Who knows? You're absolutely right. You say your map, if I may, right there. Those are the points that our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave it to you, old girl. Come on, Roy. I must return to our rounds. Oh dear, do be careful, my lady. All right, well, I'm going to be doing this now, making these rounds around Falcon's Nest. And unfortunately, I can't fly here because I haven't gotten all of the ether currents. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys stopping by today and just kind of hanging out with me. Streams are always, always, always better when there's people there to talk to while you're streaming. I feel so dead like after like a half hour. If there's no one here except for me, like I just feel dead. I have like no energy. It's super difficult to just talk to myself for the whole time. But just having people here makes it so much more enjoyable. So I really do appreciate you guys for stopping by today. And especially because it came out of nowhere. I stream like every other week. So, okay, we got some peeps. This person should be dead. Alright, and I'll just do this to you guys. Not at all. You're great to watch, so it's no brainer. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Trying to be a bit of a better streamer and a content creator. I was actually thinking about a YouTube video earlier today that I could do. But yeah, I really do appreciate that a lot. Like, it's nice. Dude, bro, Johnson. So here's the story for that Umbra. I call anything that's very, very dude-ish. Like, I just say it's like a very dude, bro, Johnson thing to do. Like, watching sports and, you know, like hanging out with your boys, playing video games. Like, I know girls do it, but generally most guys do stuff like that. Like, majority. So I'm like, oh, it's a dude, bro, Johnson thing to do. So I have created a female character, as you can see. And you're probably wondering, that's not a very dude, bro, Johnson thing to do. But in Final Fantasy XIV, only females can get dreadlocks. I have dreadlocks in real life, and I love my hair. I wanted to show off the hair that I like in the game, so I made a female character. And I was trying to think of the most manly name that I could think of to let people know that I am a guy playing this female character. So I used the name Dude Bro Johnson. I was like, I don't really know what else I can say, like, unless my name is literally I am not a girl. He said, I actually didn't know that, and I've been playing for almost 7 years. Like, yeah, I found out really quick because, I mean, that's the first thing that I did. I was like, okay, can I get dreadlocks on my character? And I couldn't, and I was like, gosh darn it. But funny thing, I'd mentioned this earlier on the stream today. I had someone hit on me in a whisper in-game thinking that I was, like, probably a girl. And they were saying some weird stuff like, oh, hey, cutie, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say everything that they said. But I was just looking at my character's name. I'm like, isn't it pretty clear to see that I'm a guy? Like, my name is literally Dude Bro Johnson. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, I just thought it was really interesting. So, are you a dude, bro? Because, A, man, your character looking kind of fire. Bro, that's so funny. I had nothing to say. So I gotta admit, Final Fantasy XIV female, girl, woman population is higher than other MMOs. Because I will say, I think the aesthetic in this game is like actually good. Like, I can see why this like attracts people. And then on top of that, the positivity in this game is amazing. Like, you don't see people getting flamed or any of that other stuff very often. Yeah, and that's one thing, like my girlfriend said, just like the toxicity is at like an all-time low for an MMO. Like SO, I've gotten into like straight up arguments with people. World of Warcraft, same thing. He said anywhere else women go, people are terrible to them. A lot more protection. Yeah, even if you just say like something even minor, there's a chance that your account can just straight up get punished for it, which is awesome. But to get back to Umbra's question about Bunny. Bunny is the name of the guild that I'm in, or my free company. I think if I go to social and I go to free company. So the name of it is the Ishgardian Bunny, and Bunny is just a small little thing that they use. I don't really communicate much in the free company at all. I just joined it because like maybe one of the first days I start playing the game, I I did the same mission as this one person like 5 missions in a row, and we're both like, yo, like we are literally progressing at the exact same speed. So they ended up inviting me to their free company. So I've been in it ever since. Like, I don't really say much in it at all, but it's pretty cool. You said a lot more protection since you get banned for being toxic or rude. True. You said also the time that person gave me the ride on the fancy mount, like my first 2 minutes in the game, and it was so kind. So someone came, Elisa would appreciate this. Someone came on a lunar mount and picked up my girlfriend and just took her all across of Eorzea, basically helping her to get the aetherites so she could fast travel. And he was just explaining a bunch of stuff to her about the game, and it was like so nice. I was like, this is awesome. He said, I've played like 2 hours of Final Fantasy XIV, need to get back into it. All I'm saying is that if you haven't paid for a subscription yet, the free trial gives you the base game and it gives you the first expansion, and that's so much time that you can play the game for absolutely free without having to pay. Like, I started playing this game a long time ago, and I started my account a long time ago, so I couldn't get the free trial once they made it up until Heaven's Ward, which is the first expansion. But if you haven't paid for an account, don't pay for one. Play the free trial first. And it's amazing. Like, you said, love doing that to other people too. It's great to help Sprouts. Yeah, whenever people see the Sprout, they're like, how can I help you? Do you need this? Do you need that? And it's like so kind. Like the generosity in this game is just like so awesome. You said it wasn't creepy or weird. He was just genuinely kind and helping other people out, which is like really nice. I've never heard about the free trial before. It doesn't include the critically acclaimed. Oh my gosh, man. Dude, I love how you already know the lingo. The critically acclaimed expansion Heaven's Ward. You said that meme took off so hard, but I mean, like, come on. Like, what other MMO, like, can offer that to you and just be that confident that you're going to like the game? Like, we'll give you the whole base game and the entire first expansion, no time limit. Because I know you're going to like the game and you're going to buy it and get all the expansions. Like, it's so cool. And Manelian says, Dude Bro Johnson, Wolfsbane, it pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds and that all is well in Falcon's Nest. You said, well, to be honest, they had to offer up to Heaven's Ward. He said, it took off so hard. It's a literal ad inside my copy of Nier Replicant. Okay, and you said, since usually Realm Reborn is really a slog, so they had to show how good it becomes. It's like the whole joke and everything. Yeah, I will agree. If it was just a Realm Reborn, it could be a bit off-putting, but once you get to Heaven's Ward, that's when things definitely start to get much better, in my opinion. Like, I just feel like a Realm Reborn takes a while to build up because the ending of it was really good in my opinion, but like leading up to that, I can definitely see how people were like off put by it. You said, and that's normal since we got Nier raids. Yeah, the Nier raids in this game I hear are really good. I said, Grizzled fellow looking for you, know, the one who made the arsonist confess. Clever that. Let me see. Fancred, was it? He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garnished weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. I said, but then it gets better and better and better. Very true. And Shadowbringer is apparently goated. I haven't gotten through Heaven's Ward. I'm halfway through Heaven's Ward right. Well, I technically finished Heaven's Ward, and I'm like on the latter half of it, leading up to the next expansion, which is Stormblood. Because like I got the credit screen, I finished 3.0, I got all of that stuff, but now we're just figuring out like how does the story actually end, which is like really cool in my opinion. And it's not that many missions. Hey, Big Jim, what's up, bro? Hope you're doing well, man. He said, absolutely. Both endings of Realm Reborn, Parade and Ultimate Weapon, and the Royal Banquet are super great. The problem is all in the in-between. I agree. It was all over the place. It was crazy. Shadowbringers made me feel things I didn't think a game could make me feel. Bro, that gets me so excited. Like, I'm pumped. I'm super pumped to get to that. But yeah, all I really can do as of now is just take it a step at a time. Like, I'm like halfway through Heaven's Ward right now. I forgot I can auto run. I can literally just like chill while my character's just running. And since I'm so high level, I don't have to worry about like the ads attacking me, because I think they have to be within 10 levels of me for them to actually like aggro or whatever. I can just jump down here. What in the world is this? So it says search for Than. Okay, there he goes over here. What server or whatever are you in? I'm on Crystal, and the data center I think is Crystal, and the server is Goblin, if I'm not mistaken. But I was thinking about changing to something different. I'm not exactly sure yet, though. But from what I'm aware of, they're going to roll out a patch that allows people to transfer between data centers or something. I don't know exactly what it is. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Like, but I know that people say like Crystal is a server for like role playing, and I think there's another server that's super serious towards like end game stuff. So I don't know exactly how it goes. I'm still new to a lot of this stuff, but I would definitely say just pick a server that your friends are on if you want to end up playing the game, and just enjoy the ride, man. It's super fun. Elisa said, oh yeah, don't burn yourself out. Play for the fun of it and the joy of it. Otherwise, it won't be worth it. 100% true. Like, me trying to get through everything at once just is tiring as heck. You said I'm playing Stardew and listening to your stream, and it's so comfy. Nice. I also won't stream. I'm too comfy. That's great. Have fun. Enjoy your day off. He said, yeah, Endwalker will allow visits between data centers. He said, I just picked one. No idea which one. Might log in a second check. Yeah, I was about to say, if you want to, like, if your character is still very, very low level, might as well make one in a different data center, because I'm trying to get Andy to eventually play this game, and I'm going to get him to join my server so we can all play together. Have, like, a nice little group of people all playing. That'll be fun. Says, nice meeting you here, dude, bro. It was fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest then and see what or other thrilling tasks he may have for us. I was actually testing out my camera, putting it on I have like 2 vertical monitors like stacked on top of each other right now. And I was testing out my camera and putting it on the top monitor and putting it on a downward view so you can see my keyboard and my mouse. And it looked so good, but the issue is, like, I don't have another camera that I can use as, like, another angle. But I thought it'd be pretty cool to just get a top-down view because it's just, like, kind of nice. He says, I don't remember my password, bro. I remember I forgot my password, and I made my Final Fantasy account, like my Square Enix account. I made that thing in, like, high school, I think. Because I remember I played as soon as it released for the PlayStation 4. I think I played the launch of A Realm Reborn. Like, just when they relaunched the game after all the crazy stuff that happened with the initial release. And I made my character, and I remember looking in the world. I was like, this looks cool, but I have no idea what's going on. And then I just never really played after that. Like, I could have been like a legacy player, because I think if you've been playing since the beginning, they'd give you a discount on your monthly fee for the game since you've been playing for so long. But man, I wish I could have been playing since then and just appreciated the game as it's progressed. But I mean, better late than never. I definitely say everyone should give this game an honest try, and not just this game isn't really my cup of tea. Like, genuinely give it a try. Like, try to make it through A Realm Reborn and try to get into Heaven's Ward, and then make an opinion on the game. And obviously, I'm not telling you what you should do, but this game is just so good, man. Like, and I wish people can appreciate how good it is. You say, if you played and paid for 6 to 7 months in Legacy 1.0, you get permanent discount and special chocobo. Oh, okay, so I didn't even get a chance to play when it just came out. I think I played when A Realm Reborn came out. You said, I started my game in the foresty village. That's all I remember. You were probably in Gridania. And I wonder who you started with. Maybe you started with like a conjurer, or maybe I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, honestly, regardless of where you start, you'll eventually have access to everything. But yeah, if you remember your password, you see what level your character is. If you do want to play the game, I definitely recommend hopping on Crystal. Since that's where I'm at, we can always like play or whatever. And I'm trying to get more friends to play Final Fantasy. Like, I know my girlfriend has an account. She's also on the same server that I'm on too, so it'd be pretty fun if she feels like playing, obviously. Because I know she's playing like Stardew and Animal Crossing right now. And she just got another farming game. She really likes farming games, now that I think about that. Farming games or island games where you design stuff. He said, there they are, pair of gallant heroes. If I ever saw them, comrades in arms reunited at last. LSA says, well... You said we get farming mini games in Endwalker. Just saying, you know what that means? Sleepy Cream Puff it means you got to play some Final Fantasy because we're gonna have a mixture of Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing as a mini game. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I would have released more videos during the fan fest because I only did a reaction to the trailer. You said, LOL, I can farm in Stardew, aka I'm not playing this game. My girlfriend gave this game a chance, and I don't think she was a huge fan of it, unfortunately. But I'm going to keep playing. Maybe one day she'll change her mind and be like, you know what, I'll give it another try. Who cares, you know? And I'm just going to keep trying. And hopefully she eventually starts playing. Okay, and with that, there is not left to do but to enjoy our well-earned respite. Oh, okay, you like that. I didn't know that. You liked it, but you don't like to play it. Maybe that's it. But just didn't hook me in yet. And it does take some commitment, just like getting through and learning a little bit more about the game and stuff, and you enjoy it more as it goes on. And this should, of course, go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Artorio wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? Why don't I have something to drink? Oh, wait, I ran out of water. Wow. For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, dude, bro. I will join you anon. I love how you said it didn't hook you in yet, Sleepy Cream Puff. Foreshadowing that it will eventually. That's exciting. He said, I'm too busy milking my digital cows. I love that. And discovering 1.5, patch 1.5 in Stardew. You're finally there, exploring. Alexandra.
Welcome.
Oh, voice acting.
Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
But once all the eggs are hatched and cows are milked, maybe I'll give it a chance. I love that. Who knows, man?
Cold, how about it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some color back in them cheeks.
A VA is the way of the game telling you pay attention to this scene. That's so true. Whenever it's voice acting, I pay attention more.
We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
I like her accent. It's like cool.
Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with them.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Her husband died from this, and now they're about to have like a peace meeting with them. Let me catch up on these messages. You said, what a coincidence. I'm literally doing a quest. Okay, Umbra said, I found my password elsewhere, my login ID. No idea what my email is for the account because all my emails are apparently not registered with the account. Weird, anyways, here we go. And LSA says, with that NPC pink hair maid. Ooh, okay, so she's still in the game later. I didn't even know that. He said, it makes me wonder, would kids who grew up on a farm and had to get up at 5 to do chores before school, if they would ever be interested in a video game where they had to milk digital cows and hatch digital... I'm pretty sure they would despise it. Like, video games are so we can escape our reality. Imagine going in a video game to do what you do IRL, man. Here I am in a game fighting mythical dragons and creatures and all this other stuff. I can't imagine a video game being what I do normally in real life. Thankfully, I got a new mouse a few months ago so I can finally play 14 again and not suck. I have like keybinds that I use so I can use my mouse and keyboard because my mouse is just a regular Viper Ultimate. It doesn't really have much like extra buttons. So I want to do real farm work. Maybe just hug the cows, but then I'm outie. That's so funny. You see, I used to do that at my grandma's, and I can't imagine doing that or going back to it. That sounds like a lot of hard work. One of my friends from college, he like raised pigs. Like his family owned like a huge farm, and like they would mass send things out to stores and like send them in bulk and make money off of it. And I remember he like raised pigs and sold them for a ton of money. And it was just like such an interesting thing. It was like random, but it was cool. It's so funny. Oh no, migraine. Yeah, I do agree. Using a controller in this game is really good too. It doesn't have to be on a mouse and keyboard. I'm about to pass out, bro. You have earned it. Am I actually gonna like fall and just pass out this time? Bro, that's what happens when you get overworked, man. You said, oh man, we raised pigs one time, never again. It was horrible. Please tell me about that experience. Oh wait, she put me to sleep with that drink, I think. Sleep and leave us to our affairs. Last thing I hear from a pink-haired maid. Me after putting an hour of effort into a day, you're just like, I'm done, man. That's funny. I feel like she still holds a grudge against the dragon people because of the grief that she had to experience through what they put her through. It's all about perspective, man.
My son. They told me he walks in Hallone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
Mournful mother.
He told me the same.
Oh, man.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse.
Excuse me. That was a painful burp.
Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future.
Alright, let me read this. Are the dragon people the All-Ra, or is that different? Yeah, I'm an All-Ra. That's the race of my character. Those are the dragon-looking people. He said, we raised 3, and they would get out of the pen at the most inconvenient times. I was in high school, and I would have driven them to the butcher myself when they were ready. I hated those critters. It definitely does seem like a lot of hard work. That sounds crazy, man. I can't imagine, like, raising animals like pigs and stuff like that. Like, it's one thing to train a dog. That's a lot of work in itself right there. It's another thing to do it for an animal like a pig or something like that on a farm. That's insane.
But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
So honestly, it's hard work, but the worst is not raising them. Is when you have to put an end to them regardless of reason. Yeah, that sounds terrible. It will make you go veggie really fast. Yeah, that's insane. It says, is it, or this it? Are we the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I.
They've just been through too much. They don't even see a reality where peace is possible from them anymore. I'm going to pause on reading chat so I can get through this cutscene.
I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
And this is so crazy because it's so relatable. Like, this is literally why Jesus came. Like, because we wouldn't be able to do the forgiving and the loving and the turning the other cheek on our own. So we needed someone to save us from ourselves. Because, like, we live just in such a broken world, man. It's insane.
this nonsense about kings of hell, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Ah, they bollocks. It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen.
I don't know why the word Jesus is auto-blocked. I set my auto-mod thing, and I have to fix it.
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
But it's like, who really is the enemy if now they're fighting against their own people who are trying to establish peace? They're the ones who are causing a disruption now. And I understand that sometimes fighting does need to happen, or there does need to be some pushback at times to lead to a greater cause.
This is no time for napping.
I'll be like, yo, that maid with the pink hair, she did something to me. I love how like no one else did anything. Is that so people don't use it as a curse word? Apparently, I tried this on auto-mod because I wanted to just keep my chat fairly clean of certain words, and they just automatically put Jesus as one of them for some strange reason, so I'm gonna have to edit it because it's definitely not a curse word to me. I think anybody can use that name, you know. Like, you said, do you have your wits about you? Good, come with me. We have a crisis on our hands. Yeah, people use it as a curse word. Unfortunately. Alright, how much of chat did I miss? Okay, I read that. I read that. I'm reading Calexandra and Elisa's messages about that bacon in it and ham.
By the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter.
Bruh.
Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones show no mercy.
She's like, bro, we finna get litty bop and start fighting each other because we don't want peace with those dragons.
Does not your heart cry out for vengeance?
Vengeance is mine. That's what the Bible says. It's not our job. It's the Lord's job. Everything will be taken account on the day of judgment. All we need to do is love our neighbor.
You there! Don't just stand around gawping. Do something, man.
I don't think he's gonna stop her.
Yes, yes, my lord.
Oh, he actually is. Why would he shoot her in front of everyone? They just proved everything that she was trying to say.
True nature of the highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we
That was
raise our
so
voices
stupid.
in
Just
dissent?
go up
Death
there.
Is our reward.
Bro.
This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang or death by nobleman's command.
This game is about to get lit. Oh my gosh.
I spit on your choices, noblemen.
I love how she's moving her arm as if she never got shot.
No more, no more.
I think that just started something.
What have you done?
he did as...
Oh my gosh. Now you already know that it's about to be a whole war now in that. Oh gosh.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Oh no. Then he's choking up. Wow. Alright. That was crazy. What did I miss in chat? Okay, so... Okay, I read that. You enjoy bacon and ham, Alexandra. And Elise said, you're stronger than me. If I had to kill an animal to eat, I'd just stick to mushrooms. And Alexandra said, amen to that. Without Jesus, we would not know how to truly forgive. So this is my first time I'm hearing voice acting in 14, I think. Shows you how far it got. Jeez, dude. Yeah, so you didn't really make it really far at all. Then Sleepy Cream Puff responded. He said, I think it's done that way because most streamers don't like political or religious discussion in chat. With me, it's like, I don't mind it at all. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But whenever it gets to the point where it's hostile and people are attacking one another, then I'll just like kind of shut it down. But I'm always interested to hear where people stand from on things. Like, I'm not afraid of somebody's viewpoint because I know what I believe in. And when it comes to secondhand things, I'm always open to hear what other people talk about. Like, for example, like me as a Christian, like a topic like tattoos. There's a huge divide of people who say you can get tattoos, and there's people who say you can't. I don't mind people having that conversation. It doesn't really bother me because I just feel like it's like a nuanced topic. But like, I don't know. When it comes to people like attacking other people, like you voted for so-and-so, you're this type of person. I'm like, all right, you're going to get timed out for that. But I want people to have a place where they feel like they can talk about these things, you know? Like I think it's normal for people to want an outlet for things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, he says, I'm not vegetarian, but I think about animals while I eat meat. I get grossed out and don't want to eat it. Yeah, that's true. I can attest to that. Sleepy Cream Puff does do that. How to Train Your Dragon looking kind of wild. Oh my gosh. This is the angriest maid I've ever heard in my life, bro. Yeah, she was passionate. I mean, her husband died from these dragons, so she had every right to speak out and say, like, I don't really like the idea of us trying to just come to peace without considering all the bloodshed and the people who died. And Alexandra said, that's so refreshing. People get so offended so quickly these days, and it shuts down conversations. Even if you disagree, you can still learn more from others. Yeah, it's about just having an open mind. Like, there are some closed fist things that I believe. Jesus Christ died on the cross. He rose on the third day, and that Jesus Christ is Lord. And through him, we can have eternal life. I will not change my mind on those things. There's nothing that you can say that can get me to change my mind. I've looked high and low. I have not found anything to convince me otherwise. When it comes to, like, should you get tattoos? What is your perspective on this thing in life? What about this? What about that? I'm like, we can have discussion about that stuff. Like, I don't care. I don't get offended by what people believe. That's your belief, you know? But I just want to have a place where people can feel like they can talk about these things, you know? And it's like, it sucks that everywhere is like, no, I don't want conversation like that. I'm like, well, where are you supposed to have the conversation at? How are you supposed to expand your viewpoint if no one ever talks about it? You know, it's like one of those things of just like, oh, we can't talk about politics, but then when it finally comes time to talk about it and you do have a space, you're not even used to being able to talk about it. So like, I always tell people, I'm like, hey man, like as long as it's appropriate, let's talk about it. You know, like I'm super down to just hear where people stand from, or where people stand in just different things. And I'm not the most wise sage out there. I'm still in like my early mid-20s. I don't really know much about the world. Like I want to learn. And what better way to learn than to ask people about their personal experience with things? Like, I don't know. That's just the way that I see it, though. It's cool to expand your worldview and just learn more about the way that things operate around me. And that, like, I'm not the main character of the world either. Like, there's so many other people here who have their own stories and experiences, you know? Umbra says, anyone know how to Final Fantasy XIV Starter Edition on Steam works? Get the Shadowbringer complete thing. I got it on Steam personally, and yeah, like I don't know if you want to get it on Steam. That's up to you. But there's a sale going on right now, and I believe Yeah, the mock station is a good place to start. There should be some tutorials and stuff on it. I'm not really too sure if I can explain it that well, but I know that the Shadowbringer expansion is on sale right now for like, I think 15 bucks. So if you do decide to get that, you'll get every single expansion in the game up to Shadowbringer. So you'll get like 3 or 4 expansions, I think, which is insane for like 15 bucks. So I think you should get that. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the First Commander and Lord Artorio are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who says they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Manelian has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Yeah, it's insane. You said, and just do everything there. The key for Steam to everything else can get messy, but yes, Shadowbringer promotions are awesome and worth your money. 100%. Super worth it. Wait, Umbra. If you haven't finished Heaven's Ward, it's completely up to you. You might want to keep playing for free just to see how you feel about the game. But if you know for a fact you want to buy it, once you buy it and you start paying, you can't go back to free after that. So just putting that out there for you. Excuse me. I spoke with a messenger who said that they would return shortly. I read this already. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that the order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. Not going to buy it yet because I'm not sure if I like Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, if need to create a fresh account, enjoy. That's true. All right, so things are about to probably get lit now and ever since that. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The Churigans tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, Emanelian was not even supposed to be in the position that he was in. Like, that was just a bad look altogether. Are they in this building or something? Where am I supposed to go to talk to this person? Is there someone over here? Or maybe they're up here. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, what? They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough, that their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear still against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I ever can. That's crazy. I got a $20 Steam fund thing this morning and unsure what to spend it on. It's that kind of moment where I got the gift card because I wanted something, but now that I have $20 in my account, the possibilities of what I can get are now present. Well, I mean, the Steam sale is going on right now, so you can definitely look and see if you have something on your wish list that you've wanted. Like, the only games on my wish list right now are Final Fantasy 10 and 10 Part 2 that I don't want that much. Shadowbringers, which I got for $15, which I'm really happy about. Endwalker, I still need to pre-order that. And Horizon Zero Dawn, I've been wanting to get that, but yeah, I just don't have the time to really want to play it right now. And I still have to finish Nier Automata. I have to get through all of the endings to it. You said, oh, Xbox Live is a blessing for that. True. If you get Game Pass, they have a ton of stuff on that. But yeah, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 1 right now, Nier Automata, and I'm playing Final Fantasy 14. So it's just too much. I've got 81 games on my wish, bro. My goodness, man. Like, I mean, but I had that same issue. I bought a lot of games before, and then I slowed down on buying them because I just realized I had too many games I never really played. I think it's better to, like, get your way through a game, then buy another one, and then get your way through a game, and then rinse and repeat, instead of just buying a ton, and then you don't even feel like playing the ones that you got before. I know my girlfriend and I started this K-drama, and it took us forever to finish it, because we were in the mood to watch it when we started it, but it became a chore to finish it because we weren't really in the mood once we took a break from it. So I would definitely say get through a game if you can, and then move on to the next one. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, once I catch up on Final Fantasy 14, it'll be easier for me to want to play other games. But for now, it's like all I really want to do is just get through the story. And not in a bad way, like rush through it. I want to enjoy the time while I'm playing it too. So the backlog is absolutely real, 100%. He said, I've heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of the Falcon's Nest? Well, I say to him and Sir Emmerich, take their bloody change and shove it up their bums. I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Yeah, that's so true. You said, and I found one today, too, that I'd never heard of, and it looked pog, but yet another option. And absolutely. Especially because 14 does not punish you for stopping and taking a break. Yeah, once I finished A Realm Reborn, I took a break for like 2 to 3 weeks. And that was when I started playing Kingdom Hearts and Nier Automata. And then when I decided I wanted to start playing again, now I'm playing Heaven's Ward. And once I finish Heaven's Ward and I put out my reaction video to Stormblood, I might take another break from this game before I start Stormblood. And then I can finish Nier Automata and Kingdom Hearts, then get back to playing Final Fantasy XIV. It's just this dance. You're just all over the place playing a bunch of stuff. It's great. Darren says, well, what do you say? And I'm like, bro, we in some bull crap right now. He says, so the violence is past, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. Sounds like something that's happened about a year ago. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Something that we can all relate to as well. Ooh, giving me a new weapon eventually. Lord Artorial and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Menelian, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since last we saw him. Yeah, he's probably shook right now. If it helps, I found Stormblood faster to finish. If you focus only on MSQ, then Heaven's Ward, it takes time to pick up the pace, but once it does, it's like reading a really good book that you can't stop. And I think that Final Fantasy, what they do is like they identify some things that they could have done better every expansion, and they get better at it. Like, in Heaven's Ward, I feel like one thing with 1.0 is taking the time to lay the foundation. And then from like the ending of 1.0 to 2.55, that awkward in between to get through all of that, like, it's insane. But, and then in Heaven's Ward, it's like, boom, the story's good at the beginning. It's just really good. And it's like picks up, and once it picks up, it just starts going. It's like super good. And I'm imagining Stormblood's even better, how they can get into the flow of storytelling. You said, there also exists the struggle of wanting to get particular games I've already played via other game systems so my friends can play them finally via Steam Family Share. Oh, man. You're in it, man. Like, Steam has got you. They got you gripped right now. My apologies, dude, bro. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. Now, Lucidia's taking the blame, which is pretty interesting. I would say go through your Steam wish list and maybe try removing some things that like you're not 100% sure you want. Because my wish list used to be like 20 plus games, but I dropped mine down to like less than 10 now. And it took a while for me to do that. But it definitely helped because there's some games that I realized I didn't really want that bad. I just wanted them. Like, which is so weird. Like, I got Dark Souls 3, I got Sekiro, and I got a bunch of other games. I told myself, yeah, I want this game. And then when I got it, I never played that. It's just sitting there. So, like, maybe I gotta start getting through my backlog at some point. I don't know. Just to see what's up, because I know these games are good. There will be a time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we do now? Or what do we know now? Let me switch this over here and put this right here. Why can I not move this? There we go. Let me just move this right here. Okay, according to initial reports, the protests was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Menelian had ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down, still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least, the Churigans are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protests, the people seemed disillusioned. Bro, I'm so hungry right now. He said, I basically have every Final Fantasy game on Steam on my wish list, so there's that. Oh, one reason it's large. Oh my goodness, man. But Final Fantasy is amazing. What can I say? I think it's worth trying every Final Fantasy game. So you spoke with them then, I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander? The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Wow, that's huge. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Dude, bro, will you deliver my report to Lord Commander in my stead? Wow. So that one event managed to suspend the entire peace conference that they were planning on doing. And Manelian is going with them. And he's like, go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come on, Aroy. That's crazy. Okay, it's 68 now. I mean, the Final Fantasy games are good, but I hear that they're remaking them. Like, they're doing a remaster for all the pixelated Final Fantasy games, 1 through 6. They announced that on Square Enix's E3 conference, which is really exciting. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honoroi, I could have sworn he was... Oh, now we have to go and see what's going on. Oh no, this can be bad. Okay, now we have to find him in this huge place. Hopefully it's not too far. Oh, he's up higher. Not over here, eh? Might be outside the town. I think I definitely want to get Audio Surf too. I never even heard of that. Audio Surf? What's Honorary doing all the way over here? That sounds cool though, Audio Surf. I have some indie games on my wish list that I saw at E3 as well. Oh, voice acting, perfect.
No, no. What have they done to you? Onowa, Onowa!
Oh, they beat homie up.
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay.
So Audio Surf is that game that you drive on a track that is generated based on your music. You personally choose from your own library on your PC. Tempo and all that of the music change how the track goes. That's actually really cool.
It would seem they took issue with my request.
So they beat my homie up.
If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onowa?
Did he die?
Calm yourself. The boy will live.
Oh, I was about to say, are you
Take him
serious?
inside and into the care of a Kairujin without delay.
A Churigan.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy?
We all want the same thing, and still it falls to pieces.
It's a good quote right there.
Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
My character's angry. My character's about to hit him, bro.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Facts. Fancred's about to let him know.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just
This is getting
what to
spicy.
do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Bruh. He destroyed him.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed.
Key and Peele. Consequences. Bro, I haven't seen Key and Peele in so long.
Learn to live with it. I have.
Yeah, Fancred, bro. He was living a life like John the Baptist out there in the wilderness. Then he got it. Like, he was like a pretty boy before. Like, he was all like sly with the way that he talked. And then he was out in the wilderness, man, and he just changed, bro. But I like it. He looks way cooler now. Homie said, get over yourself. I mean, my character was about to do it, but Thancred did it instead. He said he was a complete ladies' man. He gets even better. I mean, I saw the Endwalker trailer. He shaved his hair again and everything, or his beard. And he looks really clean, so I'm assuming he eventually goes back to that look again. Oh, wow. I still have my hypercharge. Like, I don't even know how... I don't remember the last time I got into a fight. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice, but the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from relieving your mistakes. I know this. I know this. But he don't know it. Okay, so this is Samurai, Dark Knight, Marauder, Gladiator. I don't have any of those. So maybe the next one. Pugilist, Lancer, Dragoon, Rogue, Gladian, Paladin again. I don't need any of those. Wait, Thancred is voiced by the same voice actor as Snake from 999 and Edge from Final Fantasy IV? Yo, instant goat. I didn't even know that myself. That's crazy. To emerge from this puddling of self-pity, we have important matter to attend. Another reason to play Final Fantasy right there. Got a really notorious voice actor in here. Alright, where's this near? This is near the Forgotten Knight. I want to travel back over. No, I actually don't need to. I can just... Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Pog champ. Oh, man. I'm so sore. My girlfriend and I did like a virtual gym date. We both went to the gym together and we're just chatting while we're working out. And your boy is sore. But it's nice. I definitely need to get more physical activity in. Oh, wait, they have the Onion Knight, too. It's one of my favorite minions so far. Pray proceed. And I have to tell Emmerich about everything that happened, basically. I'm not looking forward to this. This song. Yeah, the Heaven's Ward music is really good. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, dude, bro. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. So I recognize it from that one Final Fantasy XIV inspired PS4 theme. Ooh, also organs. I think I used to have that theme on my PlayStation. It's just rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? And we're going to be like, I mean, it was no exaggeration. Exactly what you heard is what happened. Then she explains everything. Is it the best instrument? The organ's super nice. I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away, is it any wonder that they were left bereft? It's so crazy. Like, the humans are the ones who started the war with the dragons, but the humans are the ones that don't want peace with the dragons. It's so interesting. He said, okay, Final Fantasy XIV finished updating. Time to find out. Wow, that was quick. I thought it would take like hours to download and all of that. But, hey, man, let me know how everything is on your character. What level you are and all that. For what was the sacrifice? Have we not to show up for our suffering? I thought peace sufficient solve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We're warriors, Lord Edpon, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorifying in their excesses, or glorying in their excesses. A difficult path to be sure, we dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But, as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear, yet we are not without options. I love how the music changed super quick right there. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. Okay, he says, I am a Hure Highlander from New Gridania, Conjurer, level 7 Okoro. Okay, so you basically just started if you're level 7. And Coeurl is also on Crystal, so I would be able to invite you to do, like, different missions and stuff with me, I believe. But yeah, I must say, if you wanted to start your character over and join Goblin, I think there's an experience boost on Goblin too, where you can level up faster. Said I had thought to delay these exercises. Actually, as long as you're on Crystal, I think you should be fine. Honestly, I think. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would just be the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies. A unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nations' finest. Excuse me. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the gates of judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Doesn't the trial end if I reach level 60 though? Nope. I think the trial never ends. Once you hit level 60, I think that's just the cap, and you can keep doing other stuff. Such a victory would be, would do much to fan the flames of patriotism. It is true, but if we should be defeated, though, even to hold our own against the cream of 3 nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Manelian take part in the grand melee. By his deeds, he has brought the shame upon Ishgard, and by so his deeds, I would leave him bring our nation honor. Wow. He just straight up said, I'm putting my son on Front Street. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose, bro. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instruction to Lucia? He said, I've been scared of leveling. Alrighty. Honestly, just play the main story. You'll be fine. There's only one part of the early game that can be a little bit annoying. It's when you have to get level 5 gear. That's the only part that's a little bit annoying. But leveling, it's pretty much just the main story quest. Just keep doing the main story quest and you'll be fine. They'll take care of everything else for you. You don't have to worry about a lot of side missions or that. You can just stick to the MSQ. But yeah, just enjoy yourself, honestly. And there's a lot of information out there. Like, I know Zeppla HQ is like my go-to Final Fantasy YouTuber. that I watch, and I watch all of her content for anything that I need help with, and it helps out a lot. You say you can also get cheap gear in the market board for low-level parts, which is really true. Okay, now and then we have no time to lose, dude, bro. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? Yep, Zeppelus or Desperius. I don't really watch his stuff that much, but he's actually really good. I like his content a lot, although I don't really watch it too much, I would say. I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the Grand Melee. Exciting. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Oh, he focuses on endgame, gotcha. So I'm definitely he's gonna be my favorite content creator once I get to endgame. That's exciting. Alright, we're about to get into a huge fight. I would try to keep streaming to make it to that, but I am so hungry right now. I'm really hungry. And I think I'm gonna end stream right here. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 40 minutes now. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. But I'll take some of you guys' questions or anything. We can keep chatting for a little bit before I head off. Just because I don't want to leave Umbra out there to dry. But I will put this here in chat. I spelled it wrong. Feel free to follow me on my socials, by the way. You said, how's the economy in Final Fantasy XIV? Because with other MMOs I've played, man, it can be really rough in other MMOs, I would say. But Final Fantasy XIV is pretty chill. I think the economy is amazing. I never really felt like I didn't really have much for the level that I was at. Yeah, I feel like the real thing is just glamour, which is like the fashion stuff that people focus on a lot in this game. Especially when I check the looks on relic weapons. Yeah, relic weapons. I still haven't gotten one for myself. I need to get one. If you want a house, it's like real life. Good luck and Godspeed. The housing market in Final Fantasy is pretty crazy. Like, I hear there's strategies to it. Like, buy a really, really cheap plot, and you get, like, first dibs on newer things when people leave their houses, and you can try to buy them. You said, that's a hoodie you're wearing. Not gonna lie, I thought you just had a blanket wrapped around you. Yeah, I got my beige hoodie on. It's pretty big, though, so I feel like I'm wrapped in a blanket. My go-to blanket when I'm gaming is this one. Fun fact, this is a gift from my girlfriend's mother. She got me a pillow and a blanket, and this blanket's freaking amazing. Like, this is what I always use whenever I'm gaming, and it's cold in my room. And it's been pretty cold in here because it's been hot outside, so we have to air it on pretty high. Snuggy, Manny. Maybe I should make a emote with me wearing a blanket so everyone can be comfy. But, yeah, feel free to follow me on my socials. I am going to try to make another YouTube video soon. I usually post everything on my Discord. I don't really use Twitter or Instagram that much, but if need be, I will. I posted a picture of a... Oh, man, I got to show you guys this. So, I got a monitor. This is so sad. I got a monitor on Amazon, and it was cracked. So, let me see if I can pull this up. I don't know if you can see this. Display capture. Game capture. There we go. And it had a huge crack in it. Okay, wait, you can't see that. So let me make this smaller. Display capture, unlock. Hold on, let me do this really quick. Okay, so you're starting to see the crack on the monitor. It looks so bad, man. Oh my gosh. But I got this from Amazon. And sheesh, I was so sad. It's like the worst thing ever. So like, this is the story for this monitor. I got this on... He said that's a whole rift. I got this on Prime Day. This is the Alienware AW... Okay, 3420 DW. Let's just look this up on Amazon, look at the price of it. $928. I got this for like $500 because of Amazon Prime Day. They had a good sale on it. I bought it, came to my house, had a huge crack in it as soon as I opened it. I tried to get a replacement for the monitor. They would not replace it. They would only give me a refund. So there's no way that I'm able to get the monitor for this cheap anymore, unfortunately. And I was so upset by that. Like, I'm still on the market to get an ultra wide. But man, getting a $1,000 or a $900 monitor on sale for $500 just to find out that it was cracked, and then when I tried to get a replacement, they said, "Oh no, we can't replace this. There's nothing that we can do about it." I was so sad, man. So I'm on the hunt for a 1440p high refresh rate, ultra wide monitor. I don't care if it's curved or not. And hopefully I'm able to find something good on sale. So we'll just have to see. You said, also, I apparently play as a female character in 14 as well. My reason being because I couldn't come up with a personal look, so I just decided to create a character that looks like a character from another game, anime, etc. That's pretty normal, too. Just, like, wanting to create, like, somebody else. Like, I know, like, female character-wise, like, Mikasa, for example. I think that'd be somebody cool to try to recreate or something like that. But, yeah. That's it for me streaming today. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. And I hope that you have a good day. Like I said, be on the lookout for another YouTube video in the next few weeks, and feel free to join the Discord. I put it up with my socials, but I think I have a command just for Discord specifically. Okay, yeah, there it goes. Feel free to join the Discord, and I will see you guys another time. Hope you have a good day. God bless, and take care.